Welcome back to our Sekiro 100% walkthrough. In the previous episode we unlocked Hirata Estate version 2, and in this episode we're going to be going through Hirata Estate version 2. My name is Azzavhar or Azza. Now let's get into the video. So we've got a mini-boss just up ahead, and this boss will summon some dogs, which will make the fight a lot harder if the dogs are summoned. These are the prosthetics we'll be using. We've got Finger Whistle, firecrackers and spinning shuriken, although loaded shuriken should also be just fine. We've got a couple of different strategies that we can use. I'm going to show you the aggressive strategy, which basically stops him from whistling, and if he whistles it will summon the dogs, so we ideally don't want him to whistle. Let's give that a shot. So we're going to use Gokhan's sugar, and then just run in and just pile on the pressure. You can slide for that overhead kick. Slide. Okay, so that's death blow number 1. And next, I just want to show you the dogs. So hopefully he will whistle. Please whistle. There we go. Thank you very much. So incoming dogs. So we are going to use our whistle. That should make the dogs attack the Shinobi. There we go. Just going to take that one out. Looks like they've gone for a stroll. There we go. So we can now go back to putting the pressure back on. Just rinse and repeat. There we go. So that is kind of how that works. We get upgrade material and prayer bead there as well. So with that, just use the finger whistle. You can also throw the shurikens at the Shinobi whilst the dogs are attacking him. This next part, there's not too much going off here, just random enemies. So we're going to smash through those. Upgrade material there. New shuriken for those ranged enemies there. Sometimes they're a bit of a pain. You can use a axe to smash this shield if you want to. I think it's 2 hits though. There we go, and we're just going to run through this next bit and get to the next mini-boss. Let's push forward. Might as well give this guy a pat on the back. Some scrap iron for that as well, so that's always good. Not too much kind of going off in this next area, just going to push on through. And if memory serves, I think a green sugar may help here. What I'm going to do first of all, I think there's an item just here, so I'm just going to grab the item and then rest. It's a balloon. It's going to reset enemy positions. And then hopefully we've got a few green sugars, fingers crossed. We have, so I'm going to use a few of these. There we go. Just want to sneak on past those, get into here. And sometimes this goes well and sometimes not so much. So the idea here with this boss is to use the puppeteer ninjutsu on that shinobi there, which can help with this fight. But sometimes getting up and delivering the stealth death blow to get the puppeteer doesn't always work too well. So we're just kind of going to play it by ear here and just hope for the best. So there we go. Not going to smash through too many echoes at this point because I don't have loads. So we'll choose Ungos. How much divine we got? Not loads. So that should do. I'm going to use another green sugar. Enemy just to the side here. So get that stealth and then go backwards a little bit. If memory serves, it's kind of like up towards the middle, I think. Didn't quite get it just in time, but it was very, very close. So I'm just going to go into kill mode at this point and just take them both out. But sometimes you can quickly get the stealth death blow on the ninja and then get the puppeteer in. I'm going to pop on shurikens, I think, for this. So we don't need finger whistle. Let's go for shurikens here. Don't forget you've got loads of rice as well, so feel free to pop a rice on this one. We may do. In fact, I am going to use a rice. There we go, that's the Shinobi. You can also use the green gourd for this battle as well. And antidote powder. Just be aware there are some enemies in a house just at the back there, so I'm purposefully trying to keep him on this side of the arena, if that makes sense. Don't want him to go too far over there, so... You can use the firecrackers to give yourself some extra time. I think it must have a cooldown. It's usually about 10-15 seconds on the firecrackers. If you need to restore your posture, just hold back. Just pull back a little bit and hold down block. There we go. Just one more. I'm going to switch out to Mortal Draw at this point because we've used all our Spirit Emblems. Might pop another sugar here. Let's go for Ungos. That was a bad time to use Mortal Draw there. Need some posture back, so just gonna back up a sec. Gonna use the green gourd. There we go. Bit of a long one, but we got there. And prayer bead. So that one can be a little bit spicy. Ideally, the puppeteer ninjutsu would actually work. If it doesn't, you also have the option of returning back to the idol. So you can return to idol and you can pop a cheeky rest. And you can retry. But obviously just keep in mind you'll be using the green sugars each time that you give it a try. And there's also that enemy will respawn here if you do give it a second go. Other than that, we can push on inside. Got a couple of items just knocking about over here, so I might as well bag those bad boys. Just gonna rush this area, pick up the stuff. I think that is it for this house. Yep, so a few more items in here, but what we'll do first of all is I'm just going to run straight to the idol and rest. There we go. Usually gives us just enough time to get the rest in, so we are safe at this point. And we've got one more boss coming on up just inside there. A couple of bits and bobs to pick up in this area, so let's just scout this out. And depending on your timing here as well, you can get a stealth kill on this patrolling Shinobi hunter just here, so just give him some time to do his thing. Might get spotted though by an enemy to our side. No, we made it through. You can also use Puppeteer there as well if you want to. You can Puppeteer enemies in this area. Gokan sugar there. Upgrade materials. I don't think there's anything through there, if memory serves, in this Hirata Estate version 2. Pellets there. There we go. Got the old Shinobi coming on through here from outside. The one that we just fought a second ago. If you want to, you can farm this area a little bit. It's quite decent for farming, for you know, rest at this idle, and then just pop back to that area, kill some enemies, and rest at the idle again. Just double check this area in here, but I'm pretty confident that it's all clear on Hirata version 2. It is indeedy. Memory does serve, which is good. So, we've got one more fight in this area to do. Let's just check our skills and stuff. Pop a cheeky rest. We've got 2 skill points that we could use. I'm going to save those for Shadow Rush because I really want those for a mini boss a little bit later on. We could do with some Akko Sugar. We've got 2. Just going to head back to our favourite merchant. The guy at the stairway. Should be able to sell us some good stuff, fingers crossed. So we have access to infinite Akko Sugars. I'm going to buy a few of those. We'll be using a fair amount of those. You can also buy infinite upgrade materials here as well, like the gunpowder. You buy infinite gunpowder and infinite scrap iron as well. But for now, we are just going to go for a bunch of Akko, which should get us on our way. You can also pick up a bunch of other stuff there if you want to, if you need it. Feel free to grab those. But for this boss, Akko Sugar should do just fine. So travel back to Hirata Estate and its audience chamber. So for this, let's go for Whirlwind Slash. Don't know why, but I like to have firecrackers on that left-hand side tool slot there. Other than that, I think we're just going to go for, let's have a look, we got Ungo Sugar. I don't know why, but in my head, firecrackers always feel better in that slot there, so I'll just pop them on the left-hand side. We've got Divine Confetti, Ceremonial Tanto. Definitely going to be using Akko. We may use Tanto. Could use some... In fact, we'll hold on to the Divine. I won't use the Divine just yet. Akko should be just fine. I believe we can use Ash if memory serves. So let's give that a blast. We're going to head on down. This is essentially the part of the game after Sekiro has been killed in this section just here. So we have Owl stood in here, which essentially tells us from a storyline perspective that Owl was the person that stabbed Sekiro from behind and killed him just before this section here. Let's go for it. I thought I had Akko set, but I had gourd. That's fine. This fight is quite similar to before. We can do the dodge through and then attack from behind just like that. Use whirlwind slash from behind. Get some distance. Dodge forward. Whirlwind slash. He's got a few extra moves and stuff there on this one, so just beware. Like the firecrackers. 1, 2, forward, sideways, whirlwind slash. Whirlwind slash. If you're feeling extra spicy, you could also use Yashariku, but it's up to you. I'm just gonna, there we go. So get some distance. Get behind, whirlwind slash. Get behind, whirlwind slash. You can Makira counter that attack. Get some distance. So that was the shuriken into a slide. That's 2 shurikens. He normally goes into an overhead with that one, but decided not to there. That's a perilous. Sometimes he'll do a perilous after the firecrackers. He didn't. Get some distance. Might use a Yashariku here. Feeling a bit spicy. Just going to go for the Ash just to make sure that it does actually... Yeah, there you go. So you can use Ash as well. So just rinse and repeat that, just get the distance. And depending on what he does, you either just slide straight through his attack, or that one you do a parry, then you do a slide. Here comes the perilous. Trying to find a opportunity to use Yashariku here, but I don't think I'm going to get one. Might as well just go for the death blow at this point. There we go. So phase 2, he changes things up slightly. A bit different. I'm going to try and be a little bit spicy here and go for Yashariku, although it may cost us a resurrection. I'm willing to give it a go. So on this bit, he kind of turns himself into an actual owl. Watch out for that. This bit you want to jump over as the owl comes towards you. Yashariku is actually worn off, so that was not too useful. Sometimes getting one attack there, then back off. Just rinse and repeat. Watch out for the owl. Sometimes get that one attack. Comes the owl, so you can jump over this. Then get the Mikiri straight afterwards. Comes the owl. I'm gonna go for an Akko here, I think. Get some more damage in. One more Akko. Forward, sideways, attack from behind. Although he turned into the owl at that point, so. Get some distance. Feel free to use some sugars and stuff if you want to. Maybe some Ungo sugars. Bit of extra defense. Slide behind, get that whirlwind slash in. Same again. Sometimes if the positioning is a little bit off after the slide, he'll kind of go into that wombo combo. So ideally you want to get out of there. If he does go into the wombo combo, just like that. Done it twice in a row there. So yeah, ideally you want to be directly behind him. After you've done that to slide through his attack. There we go. It takes a little while.
Defeated by my own son.
There we go. So yeah, that method does take a little while, but it is consistent. Like I say, when you do that slide past his attack, just try and make sure that you're kind of like behind him the best that you can be. Sometimes if your positioning is a bit off, he goes into that wombo combo, and that is not ideal. So we've got a key item here. It says, one who seeks purification may impart the dragon tears and these flowers to the divine heir of the dragon's heritage. So that's the key item that we came here for. That's what Emma was talking about a little bit earlier in the storyline. Make sure to pop a cheeky rest. And I think for this episode here, we shall wrap this one up. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.